What's up, guys? It's Rye here, Bull City Speed, bringing you a update. Man, this is like automotive potpourri. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about and bring you guys up to speed on Bull City Speed. So let's get into it without further ado. First thing on the agenda, the 252 Top 10 list race went down this past week yet again. It's a small tire list that we run out here on Eastern Carolina. Run what you brung, steel roof and quarters, small tires, pretty much anything outside of that goes. We went into this week sitting at number 2. We are drastically outgunned with my car on this list. So we're going into this thing sitting number 2. We got to call it on number 1, Brian Ward. Badass Nova. We've raced, dude, I don't even know how many times now after this week. Countless times. It's a big block on spray. It weighs way less than my car does. It weighs way more power than my car does. And on paper, that car should win every single time. But, yes, thank you, little helper. She's picking up parts for me. We had a hunch that he was untested, and we might have a chance to get around him and hold him off. And wouldn't you know it, we were right. He shut off on the big end and we came around him and took the W, took the number 1 spot, and took the flag back to the Bull City Speed camp. He called me right back out on the return road. He was able to get to me, and that's fine. Going into round 2, we know some stuff that we need to change if we want to have any shot at holding him off. But that car makes one mistake. We're gonna either hold him off or we're gonna come around him. And, well, not only did we take the number 1 spot, but we defended the number 1 spot. Official like a referee's whistle, we are the champ. And I get to take this home for the foreseeable future, which is probably gonna be about a month when David Braxton comes and takes it from me next list race. But this is awesome. We have a place to race. The fans are incredible out there. We're building hometown heroes here, and we're doing something really, really cool. Despite some individuals' best efforts to try and tear it down with their hating ass. So that leads us getting into the next big thing on the horizon, which is Drag Week. Drag Week prep is underway. I've already made some changes on the car, and this is what we've done so far. Let's bring you up to speed on that. All right, so other stuff going on here. Drive shaft safety loop. We had to put one of these in because, well, we didn't have one. Yes, I ran 8s in the quarter with no drive shaft safety loop on because I like to party. The Titanic transmission, we call it that because it looks like it's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe you can call it, we'll call it SpongeBob. Whoa, I'm gonna paint the pan yellow. Oh, such a good idea, but I gotta cover it up with a trans blanket. I was gonna paint the pan yellow and make it look like SpongeBob because this trans looks like it's all scummy. So yeah, and then I gotta get a flex plate scatter shield, put that up underneath there. That is gonna be really fun to try and fit in the car. I don't know how that's gonna work out. So as you can see, the seats are out. I did that because I needed to put the drive shaft safety loop in. It bolts in through the floor. Also, I don't like how close my head was to the roll cage when I had a helmet on. I'm 6'5", so I need as much room as I can get. So I'm gonna lower the seat brackets on the driver's side of the car. Forget the passenger, he doesn't matter. Also, we're gonna put fresh belts in this thing too. So we got a little bit of work to do, and I'm gonna be knocking this out over the next course of the week or so. I took off of work just to try and catch up on a lot of stuff because I feel like I can't breathe until this thing is absolutely 100% ready to go for Drag Week.
6.5 hours later.
Seat is back installed. It dropped it about a good 2 inches probably, or better. I ordered up new harnesses because those are out of date. This is probably one of the more exciting modifications. I picked up this Class 2 Reese hitch. It's a universal hitch on Craigslist for 50 bucks. It's not even for this car, but like the brackets that it gave me fit. It bolted right on some factory holes up underneath there. I had to weld a stud on this side. The trick part is it unbolts right there with just 4 bolts, and the whole thing comes off and I drop the dead weight. So I'm working on centering it up side to side. I'm gonna clean the paint off of that, weld it, paint it, reinforce this. I'm gonna plate this here, do some sort of a strut to go from here to kind of just give that a little bit of additional holding power. I don't want any chance of trailer coming loose and smashing into the back of the car.
Day 2.
I gotta put that stupid trans scatter shield.
Don't say that.
Don't say what?
Stupid.
Why?
Because that's a bad word.
I'm sorry, that is a bad word. I gotta put this big, unsightly safety. I mean, I really like my feet. I'm gonna have to put that on. I also have a trans blanket to get on the car. That's what I'm working on right now. All right, there you go. That's the trans blanket. Drive shaft safety loop is in. I have to hook up the trans brake wires. I'm gonna put some connectors on that because I've been cutting them every time I pull the trans out, and that's getting kind of old. As you can see, it's a tight squeeze up in there, but it's in there. The flex plate scatter shield is in pretty much, with the exception of the driver. This car is ready to go on drag week. Because the scatter shield down there was such a tight squeeze, I had to relocate the fuel feed line, so I'm waiting on some parts to come in, and then we're gonna feed it here and across to the other fuel rail.
Day 4.
Dummy. Not so pro tip. Make sure all your plug wires are hooked up. Take 2. Much better. Well, good enough for who it's for.
Tomorrow.
All right, we are here. My feet are still sticky at Galat Motorsports Park in Dunn, North Carolina. Today's the day, the last major milestone we got to knock out for drag week prep. We're going for an NHRA license, and hopefully all goes well. The track, man, these guys, they have this thing on kill. The track doesn't even go hot for another hour, and it's been raining here relentlessly for a week, and you can see this place is, I mean, we're over 100 feet out. And this is a test and tune night, ladies and gentlemen. 25 bucks. Tough to beat. 660 feet of laser leveled, geothermically controlled racing surface. Can't beat it. If you can't go fast on this surface, you should just quit. We got 6 of them in. Kevin Rivenbark, I don't want to mess his name up. Kevin Rivenbark, driving this beautiful Pro Mod over here, was gracious enough to witness my passes. I got another track official and another driver to sign them off. We are all set, good to go. Just got to send this paperwork off to the NHRA, and I'm officially licensed to go as fast as 750 in the quarter mile. Drag Week 20, what year is it? Who's president? Drag Week 2018 is a go. Let's do this.